You can learn business from billionaires, philosophy from the greatest thinkers in history, and psychology from professors with 30 years of experience. Then why the fuck are most people still average? No, seriously, ask this question. You can spend 8 hours a day on your phone and still have absolutely nothing to show for it. No skill, no new idea, no better understanding of the world. You just consumed thousands of tiny pieces of information that your brain will throw in the trash by next week, because nobody taught us how to educate ourselves. School and college were never built to make you smart. And if you don't come from money, the system makes sure you believe the only way out is to play that exact game harder than everyone else around you. Get the marks, get the degree, hope it's enough. For the first time in human history, the same device that can teach you coding, philosophy, science, business, and literally change your financial future can also trap you into watching highlights of grown-ass men playing with a ball. Let's talk about the first thing that you should do. Become a human parasite. Imagine spending your entire life making every single mistake by yourself. Fucking insane, right? You waste 5 years building a business that fails, 10 years fixing your mindset, 20 years understanding people, relationships, money, health. You suffer, get punched in the face by life over and over again just to finally say, oh, so that's how it works. I can't believe that most people actually prefer this shit. They have access to the lives of millions of successful people. The internet is literally a graveyard of human experience. Billionaires, scientists, generals, artists, athletes, some of the smartest and most obsessed people to ever exist have written down their thoughts, their mistakes, their regrets, their systems. And what do most people do with this unlimited access? They spend hours watching a random guy scream at a video game or grown-ass millionaires playing with a football. See, if you are a young, ambitious man or a woman, you can't afford to focus on shit like that. There are people out there who will try to convince you to fit in and follow what everyone around you is doing. Show them the middle finger and tell them to fuck off. When you find someone who is exceptional, don't just ask, how did you become successful? Because everyone has a polished answer ready. Ask questions like, what did this person do when nobody knew their name? What books were sitting beside their bed when they were broke? Who did they spend their time with? What skills did they obsess over for thousands of hours? What mistakes almost destroyed them? Because that's where the real information is hidden. You can spend one weekend studying someone's entire life and steal lessons that took them 30 years to learn. Think about how unfair that is. A kid with a cheap phone today can sit in his bedroom and study the minds of people who changed the entire world, and he still chooses to scroll. Don't be that guy. For the next 7 days, pick one person you admire. Study their books, interviews, failures, old stories, and the things they did before they became famous. Second thing you need to do is stop lying to yourself. You've probably seen this pattern. You finish a video, a podcast, or a chapter and think, damn, that was actually good. Then, after a couple of weeks later, you can't even explain one single thing from it. If someone asks you to explain it to them, there's a very high chance that you won't be able to do it properly. And even if you do, the explanation would be vague and the structure would be all over the place. I have noticed this happening to me quite a lot of times, and I know how it feels. It feels as if you know so many things, yet on the other hand, you know nothing. And that's most people, to be honest. They don't actually learn. They just recognize shit. They've heard the words enough times that it starts feeling familiar. Their brain goes, oh yeah, I know this. And they confuse that feeling with actually understanding it. It's the same as watching boxing tutorials for 6 months straight and then getting your face caved in the second you step in the ring. You didn't learn boxing, you watched boxing. Big fucking difference. The same thing happens with everything else. You watch a video on productivity, money, psychology, whatever the fuck it is. For 10 minutes, you feel like you're ahead of everyone. Then someone asks you to explain it properly, and you start stuttering like a fucking idiot. That's the moment you find out whether you actually got it or you just enjoyed listening to someone else talk. So instead of consuming knowledge normally, I want you to do this. After you finish learning something, close everything. Then explain the whole thing out loud like you're talking to your younger cousin, not some smart guy, a kid. Then you'll notice something weird. The parts you thought you understood, you suddenly can't explain anymore. You stop halfway through the sentence. You forget why step 2 comes after step 1. Your brain starts reaching for Google. That's the point where most people open another YouTube video. Don't. Sit there for a minute. Figure it out yourself first. That struggle is where the learning actually happens. But most of you avoid it because you don't want to sound dumb and shit. If you're watching this and you're tired of lying to yourself, try it once. Pick anything you learned in the last few days and explain it like you're talking to a 12-year-old. You'll see exactly where you're bullshitting yourself. Step 3 is to stop feeding your brain everything. Now this is really important. I've personally faced this problem for a very long time. So basically, Imagine trying to eat every single thing you see. Pizza, broccoli, raw chicken, a bottle of ketchup, a handful of sand. It's just so stupid, right? Then, why do people do the exact same thing with information? Every single day, your brain is swallowing opinions, news, reels, random facts, celebrity drama, politics, productivity hacks, conspiracy theories, just because the algorithm decided to throw them at you. And if you feel mentally exhausted, then this could be one of the reasons behind it as well. The smartest people I've met don't know everything. They're actually pretty ignorant about most things. They just know an absurd amount about a few. That's the biggest difference. If you're into the gym, don't stop after watching 10 videos on the perfect workout. Keep digging. Learn every small detail like, how does muscle actually grow? Why does progressive overload work? How much volume is too much? What happens inside your body when you sleep? Why is protein important? Does testosterone really matter as much as Instagram makes it sound? How do steroids actually work? One question becomes 10, 10 becomes 50. Before you know it, you've built a level of understanding that no 30-second reel can ever give you. Same thing if you're into philosophy. Don't just post Marcus Aurelius quotes on your Instagram story. Read Stoicism, then read Nietzsche, read Buddhism, read existentialism. Watch debates between people who completely disagree. Figure out why they disagree. Build your own opinion. If you love mathematics, don't let your textbook decide where your curiosity ends. Pick one topic, maybe probability, maybe calculus, maybe number theory, then disappear into that rabbit hole. Watch lectures, read books, ask AI stupid questions. Break concepts apart. Try solving problems that make your head hurt. School teaches you enough to pass an exam. Curiosity teaches you enough to actually understand something. Also, start doing this. Attack your own opinions. Whatever you believe right now, assume, just for one evening, that you're wrong. If you're red pill, spend an hour reading the smartest criticism of red pill. If you're blue pill, do the opposite. If you think AI is going to destroy humanity, go read people who think it'll save it. If you think college is a scam, spend a day listening to people whose entire lives changed because of college. You don't have to agree with them, but your ideas should survive questions. If one article is enough to destroy everything you believe, maybe you never understood your own beliefs in the first place. That's what being dangerously self-educated actually means. It isn't stuffing your brain with more information than everybody else. It's choosing better information, going deeper than everybody else, and having the courage to admit when you've been wrong. If you've made it this far, you're already different from like 90% of the people who clicked on this video. Here's something important that you need to understand. Someone's gonna watch this whole thing and think, nah, this guy's talking complete bullshit. Someone else is gonna watch the exact same video and go, yeah, this actually makes sense. And honestly, I'm completely fine with both, because the whole point of this video wasn't to make you agree with me. It was to make you think for yourself. If you leave this video agreeing with everything I said, I don't even know if I did a good job. I'd actually rather you stop halfway through, go look something up, try proving me wrong, come back, and then decide. That's literally what being self-educated is. And this is what I meant when I said attack your opinions. Not believing me, not believing your teacher, not believing some random guy on Twitter with an anime profile picture. So this is it. I have been posting very inconsistently because life has become kind of chaotic lately. I will try to post more videos from now on. If you want, you can also subscribe to my newsletter. See you in the next video. Bye.